President Rodrigo Duterte has presented
Vice President Leni Robredo said that
presidential fourth runner and former Senator Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr.
the Commission on Elections or COMELEC
Employment in the Philippines declined by 6.4%.
Early registration for academic year 2022-2023.
Two suspects identified as members of the Basag Salamin crime group were arrested.
The Commission on Elections, the COMELEC, is set to send vote counting machines.
Singer actor Ronnie Liang has achieved another milestone in his life.
Bringing you the top stories for tonight, I am Alvin Pelovello.
and I'm Trisha Gafitos. Welcome to Eurotv News Tonight. Your news, our business.
Good evening, bringing you the top stories for tonight. My name is Alvin Pelovello. Welcome to Eurotv News Tonight. Your news, our business. For the headlines, President Bongbong Marcos assures to increase food production and not importation. Philippine June's inflation rate logs at 6.1%. Marcos administration will expand the subsidy for transportation sector. Department of Education eyes 100% face-to-face classes on November this year. Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources issues red tide toxin in 5 coastal areas. Serving as the Agriculture's Secretary, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. said today this is his highest priority. During his first public briefing as the country's chief executive, Marcos reiterates that the administration does not likely look for importation policy. Instead, they wanted to increase the productivity to lessen the food importation. The president added that they have a long-term plan to lower the prices of basic commodities, but for now, the administration focuses on the production of corn and rice before the end of the year. He even emphasized that the importation is not a substitute but rather a strategy on increasing food supply.
So we should increase our own production of rice and corn. Corn especially became very important because the feed wheat that we were importing, na-cut off ang supply natin. So we have to substitute it with corn. This season, the corn growers were able to come together and provide sufficient feed for the broiler production. But we still have to increase production of corn to ensure that supply, because there's corn for food and there's corn for feed. So if we are able to increase production sufficiently, then hopefully the importations, we really do not want. It's not really an import substitution measure. It is a strategic food supply measure. But of course, if it's an nagkaka-import substitution, that's not necessarily a bad thing. So that's the plan.
The country's inflation rate has quickened to 6.1% in June amid the continuous increase in food, fuel, and transportation prices. The Philippine Statistics Authority, or PSA, data showed that the uptrend of June 2022 inflation was primarily due to the higher annual growth rate in food and non-alcoholic beverages. It rose from 4.9% on May to as high as over 6% on June. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas recently forecasted June's inflation will lag around 5.7% to 6.5%. Related to this, President Bongbong Marcos doesn't agree on the 6.1 inflation rate recorded on June was based on internal movement of prices of basic commodities in the country. Marcos said the data has crossed the government target, which is 2 to 4%. The president reiterates that this could be driven by the interest rate levels brought by the dollar to peso exchange rates. Marcos likewise believed that this data is most likely came from imports products.
I think that I will have to disagree with that number. We are not that high. We have crossed our targets were less 4% or less. Unfortunately, it looks like we may cross that cross that threshold. Tatawid tayo sa 4%. It will be part of the components of the inflation. So we are having to be careful because essentially our economic policy right now, our monetary policy right now is essentially to use interest rates to control the inflation rate. We are not looking specifically to the exchange rates now. What we are talking about, what we are targeting is the inflation.
Meanwhile, the administration of President Bongbong Marcos assures to expand the fuel subsidy program of the government amid the sustained increase in fuel prices. President Marcos said during his public briefing this Tuesday afternoon, saying that they will expand the subsidies up to the tricycle drivers and operators. The current administration recently announced the extension of Libreng Sakay up until the end of the year. Likewise, the government have plans to subsidize the transportation of the students who will participate in the face-to-face classes this school year.
Talked about the funding, where it can come from, and how we are going to manage the funding for the additional fuel subsidies. We have enough budget, I think, to last for most of this, for this year and a little bit beyond. But we still have to find that. We have to find that money if we're going to continue. The Libreng Sakay, what we have done is we will continue the Libreng Sakay, but we are going to stop the Libreng Sakay in MRT 3. We will transfer the Libreng Sakay to students. Sorry, I think I'm doing this wrong. Libreng Sakay continues as is. That continues. But what we are going to do is we are going to do a program for the students, because if they come in, we will fully subsidize first their pamasahe. We'll phase it out because we cannot afford.
Upon taking this service, the Education Department now plans to resume 100% face-to-face classes by November this year, according to President Bongbong Marcos. Meritulod tells us the full details.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. announced after the first cabinet meeting that the Department of Education plans to commence face-to-face classes in some schools in September before implementing it throughout by November. According to PBBM, in all primary and high schools, COVID-19 vaccination and other problems would be discussed prior to the scheduled face-to-face classes. He added that there are a lot of things that could immediately accessible to start soon as possible, like the announcement of Education Secretary and Vice President Sara Duterte implementing full face-to-face classes or 100% full attendance by November. The DepEd has stated that 38,000 schools are ready for face-to-face classes when the school year 2022 to 2023 begins in August. This is Mary Tulad for Eurotv News.
The government has planned to expand the relationship ties between the Philippines and China, according to President Marcos. Marcos is set to meet Chinese State Councilor and Foreign Ministry Wang Yi this week. The president has reiterated that the meeting will not focus only on the issue on the West Philippine Sea, but generally on the other aspects that would benefit both countries. Marcos also plans to discuss with Wang other dimensions such as cultural, educational, and even military joint ventures to ensure the good relationship with China.
The usual agenda yes, I will meet with him, and the agenda, I am sure, will be to strengthen ties between China and the Philippines, and of course to find ways to work to resolve the conflicts that we have. And one of the ways that I have consistently suggested is that we have our relationship not only on one dimension. Yun lang West Philippine Sea. Let's add to that. Let's have the cultural exchanges, educational exchanges, even military, if that will be useful. Of course, the GTG has always been there. The private sector joint ventures have also been there. But I think that the more we do of that, the more it will help resolve the issues. I will also mention that it's an important player, an important actor in all of this in the region, in terms of the regional geopolitics.
In other stories, Negros Oriental Representative Arnulfo Teves Jr. files House Bill 610 renaming the Ninoy Aquino International Airport or NAIA to Ferdinand E. Marcos International Airport. Representative Teves says NAIA should be named after the late President Ferdinand E. Marcos Sr. because the airport was constructed during his term under the administration of President Cory Aquino. Manila International Airport or MIA was changed to NAIA, named after his husband was killed in the said airport. Teves' proposal was filed on June 30, the first day of the 19th Congress. The lawmaker also believes that President Bongbong Marcos will be matched or otherwise surpassed what his father has done. More stories up next as Eurotv News Tonight returns.
Magsama-sama, magpabakuna, magsayawan, mag-fully vax na. Tayo'y magpabakuna. Let's spread the good vibes sa bayan. Tayo'y magsama-sama. Let's get vaxxed for good vibes, kababayan.
Let's bakuna na para sa pamilya at komunidad. Magpa-booster para sa todong proteksyon.
The Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources have issued an advisory of toxic red tide in 5 coastal areas in the country. BFAR have found a paralytic shellfish poison or toxic red tide beyond the coastal areas of Milagros in Masbate, coastal waters of Dawis and Tagbilaran City in Bohol, Dumangquillas Bay in Zamboanga del Sur, Litalit Bay in Surigao del Norte, and Linga Bay in Surigao del Sur. BFAR have warned the public not to consume any shellfish in places near the mentioned areas.
Number 12, dated June 30, 2022, na inilabas po ng DBFAR, positibo po sa red tide o tinatawag nating paralytic shellfish poison. Ang mga shellfish gaya ng tahong, talaba, gayon din alamang mula sa mga sumusunod na lugar. Coastal waters ng Milagros sa Masbate, coastal waters ng Dawis at Tagbilaran City sa Bohol, Dumangquillas Bay sa Zamboanga del Sur, Litalit Bay, San Benito sa Surigao del Norte at Lianga Bay po sa Surigao del Sur. Ang lahat po ng uri ng shellfish tulad ng tahong at talaba, gayon din po ang alamang mula sa mga katubigang nabanggit ay hindi po ligtas kainin dahil ang mga ito po ay nakalalason. Ang mensahe po natin, huwag bumili, huwag magbenta, huwag magluwas ng anumang shellfish at alamang doon po, mula po doon sa mga
Despite seeing an increase in COVID-19 cases, an infectious disease expert in the country has assured that this should not be a cause of panic. Dr. Edsel Salvania said that this scenario is most likely expected as COVID-19 becomes endemic in the country. Salvania has cited to continue the vaccination program as well as saying that this is a slight increase in the number of cases and a low healthcare utilization rate. The Department of Health has reported yesterday more than 7,000 cases of COVID-19 in the country. An infectious disease expert added that getting a large number of boosted individuals may prevent a severe cases of the disease.
talaga dapat ang magiging result ng lahat nitong pandemya na to is alam naman natin na mukhang hindi na talaga mawawala itong COVID-19 at magiging endemic na siya. And so to continue yung protection ng ating mga kababayan, kinakailangan na i-incorporate na talaga natin ito dun sa mga kinakailangan na bakuna dahil alam naman natin ang bakuna laban sa COVID-19 continues to protect against severe disease and decreases the risk of severe disease and dying by over 90%.
A water service interruption for customers of Maynilad Water Services Incorporated will take effect on July 6 up to July 23 as the agency have reported raw water quality issues. With this, customers of Maynilad in West Zone, particularly in Bacoor City, Imus, Cavite, Las Piñas, Muntinlupa, Noveleta, Parañaque, and Rosario will experience the said water interruptions. Maynilad have issued an advisory and apologizing for the inconvenience as they have urged the affected customers to store water in advance. Weather updates: the intertropical convergence zone will affect weather conditions in southern Luzon, Visayas, and in Mindanao according to State Weather Bureau Pag-asa. However, Pag-asa have detected a low pressure area inside the ITCZ that will prevail rains and thunderstorms in the entire Visayas, Bicol region, Palawan, including Zamboanga Peninsula, northern Mindanao, and Caraga region. The LPA was located at 365 kilometers east of Catarman, northern Samar, but not seen to be developed into tropical depression. Meanwhile, Metro Manila and the rest of the country will have generally fair weather conditions with chances of rains due to the localized thunderstorms. For stories around the globe, at least 6 people have died in a mass shooting incident during the Independence Day parade in Chicago. The authorities have arrested a 22-year-old suspect Robert Crimo III, and the Highland Police will file charges against the suspect. The shooting incident have forced parents and their toddlers to abandon their things for their safety. Meanwhile, China has begged the United States of America to lift additional tariffs and sanctions imposed on Beijing. China has expressed concern about issues including sanctions as they asked for fair treatment of Chinese enterprises. China's chief trade negotiator and U.S. side have already exchanged views on economic and trade issues. The U.S. has imposed tariffs and sanctions on China for alleged business practices, including intellectual property violations. For our sport news, the Filipina tennis sensation Alex Ayala will be teamed up for another Filipina who play for Australia in the International Tennis Federation's W25 Corios Sexual in Portugal. Ayala will be playing with full-blooded Filipina Lizette Cabrera, who was born and raised in Townsville, Australia. The 24-year-old Cabrera is currently ranked number 194, while 17-year-old Ayala ranked 337th in the world. And those were the top stories for tonight. You can visit our social media account, facebook.com/official Eurotv News for the latest and hottest update. Once again, my name is Alvin Pelovello and you're still watching Eurotv News Tonight. Your news, our business.